Hello and welcome to Frank's School. I thought about dressing up for the occasion, but I decided not to. My shirt with holes in it tells more about me, actually, probably than a fancier shirt. This is a third year. Welcome to the third year, first video, first day, first video. It's summertime. September has not yet come. And my second year actually isn't quite over. I've got 4 videos left. But I decided I would start a 4th year. The cat's still here, you can see. That's Roger. Why I'm not finishing the other one yet is because a couple things. One, the muse of architectural drawing has abandoned me. I'm finding it so hard to draw that mill. Come on, cat. I need to do the elevation still. Also, the contour gardening, I want to do more about that, but it doesn't hurt if I let those plants grow just a little bit more. You'll have a little bit more to see. There's other summer projects that I had talked about, not summer, but projects going on, recycling concrete blocks, that I'm just not quite ready, but I don't want it to stop me because I have so much already to show. Normally, in the last 2 years, and when I used to teach school, in public school, I would start with the Shakespearean play done as a film. This year, no, I'm not going to. I think later on in the year I may do Macbeth. I'll tell you more about that in a little. But instead, what I'll do this year is I'll start with details of falling water in Portugal and Galicia. That's what I'm going to call the footage, the film footage we have from the trip that we took to Portugal and Galicia, Shirley and I. I don't want to wait any longer. I'm excited about what I have to show you. What I had done was I jumped the gun in a way because I wanted to talk about menial farming because of the conversation that I had with the man on the plane, and then I also wanted, as soon as possible, to get online the representation, the record of what we saw and measured at Chaussées Mill. So that I did. I jumped the gun, but now I want to go back to the trip itself. And this will take a month, more than a month, I think, to show. And there is so much to show between what I have and what Shirley has, putting together. So that will begin tomorrow. Another thing I'm going to do this year is Wedges Paradigm. Now that probably means nothing to you now. I can't imagine that it does. I moved the camera back, incidentally, hoping that you could see the list that I laid out there for me this year. Wedges Paradigm is basically an essay that I wrote, and it's a little bit like science. I hope it's not pseudoscience, but I want to teach through it. It shouldn't take all that long, but only when I do that can you begin to understand why I look upon things so differently. I really want to try to explain that, because I see the world, its civilization, technology, culture, I see it so differently. And I think I need to go to that to show you about Wedges Paradigm, to explain. This coming year, and in my mind I imagine I'm teaching 10th graders now that took my class in 8th grade and in 9th grade. And now 10th grade, so I don't have to teach that stuff over. They've seen that stuff. And at this point, I imagined that I would go on and teach English literature. And I've begun to get myself ready for that. I graduated from Harvard. I was an English major. The best teacher, one of the best, maybe the best teacher I ever had in my life was my 10th grade English teacher, Doc Blanchard. And I thought, well, you know, I never taught 10th grade English. Let me do that. I'm not so sure about that, though. I think I'll do it, but not quite the way I thought. That's going to take some work. And in any case, I already knew that I was only going to go so far, because there's something happens with me that after a certain period, I either don't understand it or lose interest. And I'll probably try to deal with that. And as part of that, I think that I will study or discuss or teach my way through Macbeth. the Shakespearean play Macbeth, but I won't start the year with it, not this year. Various summer projects I want to teach about, and I'll do that. This is not going to be so laid out. I mean, the first year I taught it was chronological order, basically, and last year it jumped around a good bit. This year it may jump around even more, and eventually maybe I'll run out of stuff to teach, but no time soon. Class vocabulary, I had it over here. I want to give it another shot. I haven't been able to get that going, but I'm not willing to give up. The trades, at some point I'll settle myself into the trades, and then that would be a large matter. The Song of Marion's Daughter, I had it on this list, and I wasn't able to do anything with it this year. That's going to take really my full concentration, and I think maybe I'll have to have the rest of the stuff taught already so I can only concentrate on that. And in German, at the beginning of the year I had no idea that I would go so much into teaching German. I thought I'll just try to teach people how to love German, or that they maybe could love German. It settled into the point where I was actually teaching German. And I'll maybe go back with Shirley's help and Thomas's help. I feel like I can do that, although I'll never pronounce German quite right. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but As You Like It was the... let me just turn this. Why not? Let me just turn this just a little bit, and that way... As You Like It, I discussed at the beginning of the year, and I said, and something. Well, it turned out to be Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon at the end of the year. The Beast, well, that's that huge incinerator. I'll teach more about that. I'm not done. The Neighbor's Barn, it's in pieces. By the end of this summer, I'll be cleaning those pieces up. I'm not sure at what point I'll actually put that back up, but I'll certainly teach about that. Extreme recycling, Wedges Paradigm, they go together, and I'm not finished with that. Kilocalories as currency, that absolutely is Wedges Paradigm. Details of Frank's Tour d'Europe, well, that's what I did at the beginning of the year. This year it'll be details. Do, falling water in Portugal and Galicia. Do, Frank's Tour d'Europe. Well, I'm not so sure you should do that, but punctuation, I'm finished with that. Class vocabulary, I'll give it another shot. The trades, didn't really do much, a little bit, not too much last year. Song of Marion's Daughter, that needs to wait. This is Suonen Levades Vala Acequias Wasserleitungen, and now I understand Regus in Hegus in Portuguese. That is just me. That has to do with water, and that's always there when I'm there. Well, tomorrow I will begin with the falling water in Galicia, and as I'm comfortable with it, I'll finish out last year. But I'm not going to rush that. As I said, I still have 4 more videos, and I'll number them in such a way that you'll be able to tell that now I'm finishing out the 180 days. Well, as I say, it's the beginning of a 3rd year. I hope my clothes don't put you off, but as again, that's me. You know, I still have some hopes that homeschoolers would come aboard and take my course. Take it for the whole year. Take notes even. But we'll see. It's developing as I go. Well, see you tomorrow.